I have a really nice pre and postnatal full body routine for you. The goal here is to mobilize through your middle back, strengthen through the hips, and get a little bit of core activation for those lower abdominals. We'll start off with a little bit of mobility and then progress through the flow in a 4-point kneel position here. So knees under those hips, palms under the shoulders. We have 3 cat-cow stretches. Just transfer your weight a little bit back to the heels and then start to lift, curl, tuck up towards the ceiling. Draw the ribs down through extension. So the first couple might feel a little bit stiff. Warm up as we go. Round, curl, tuck. And then drawing down through extension. We'll go for one more rep here, getting as much rounding through that mid-back as you can. Down through extension and coming back to neutral here. Flat spine position, left arm, reach it to the left. We're gonna go into a bit of rotation. Take that left arm underneath the body, deep little weave, and reach it straight up towards the ceiling, spinal twist. And just one rep for the right. Right arm reaches to that right, coming all the way underneath. Reach, twist up towards the ceiling. And we finish straight back here into 4-point. We're gonna go for a little bit of a strength component here. So keeping your knees in parallel, push up through your shoulders, right arm, left leg, extend, reach forwards here. Slowly placing it back down straight to the other side. Left hand, right leg, reach forwards. And straight back down. Now just keep an eye on what's happening with that lower core and the glutes. So lifting up the lower abdominals, keeping that spine straight, extending that leg fully at the back. So you're getting an arm reach, glute activation, you're getting a little bit of lower core here. Just firing up the shoulders, the legs, and through that torso, shoulders away from the ears, neck nice and long, fingertip to toes, nice and strong. We'll go one more each way. Finishing your last one, coming back to center position. From here, extend your left arm, right leg, nice and straight. From here, incorporating a little bit of oblique. Left arm to the left, right leg to the right. Just a little wave to the side and straight back to center. Left arm left, right leg right, and slowly back to center again. Just gently lifting up through those lower abdominals, just so you're not overarching through that lower back. You have 3 to go. And 2. Finishing off your very last rep. We'll go straight to the other side here. Palm down, right hand, left leg extends, reach, halt. And we go into that little lateral wave. So shoulders, legs, core, obliques, all firing up here, taking it slow and steady. If you do feel like your pelvis hasn't quite got this movement mastered, keep your hands down and just continue with that leg wave. Just focusing on that lower limb. If you've got that nice torso stability, keep going with that arm. And you have 3 more here. We'll come into a little happy puppy stretch. 2. And last rep. 1. From here, dropping through your chest, lifting through your tailbone, coming into your little thoracic happy puppy, a little sway from side to side. And we go straight into some sideline work here. So coming down onto your right side, extend that right arm down, left leg nice and straight, lifting up a little bit through those right side ribs, gently lifting up through pelvic floor. Left arm will reach up and overhead. From here, a side lift. So just start to slowly curl left arm towards that left leg and slowly back down again. And we go again, curling, lifting, left hand, left leg, and slowly back down. So really trying to get from that shoulder to your left side leg, nice and strong. Exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down. Really firing up into that left side waist. And you have 3 more like this before we hold and pulse. 3, 2, and we'll hold this last one up. This time, reach your hand towards your knee transition it straight to your hip, take your right hand underneath your right side ear, and then from here, flexing that foot, little pulses up and down. So you've got 20 seconds here. Keep them really slow, controlled and small. Start to take your heel back a little further to that left. And keeping that left knee nice and tight. Keeping those lower abdominals gently drawn in. Gentle lift through that pelvic floor, holding this alignment for the last 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just tapping that one out. And then from here, transitioning all the way up onto your forearm. One more little glute set here, hand to the hip, extend that left leg nice and straight. From here, flexing that foot, taking that toe down to the front edge of your mat, internal rotation, flicking the toes up into external rotation, drawing a rainbow over the top of that mat. Now you might notice here your pelvis is starting to rock and roll. So see if you can keep that hand on the hip, pelvis locked in place, and we're just getting nice and deep into that left side glute. Again, focusing on that right side oblique. So lifting up through that right side shoulder, pelvis staying nice and still, internal rotation, external rotation. So this glute med here and all the rotators of that hip is going to play a really big role in pelvic stability. So you want to make sure you've got it nice and smooth. Last 10. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, just tapping out through that glute, releasing, coming straight onto your back. Just a quick little set here of a little bit of pelvic rocking and bridge work. So hands to your hips, coming into a little anterior pelvic tilt, lifting up through that lower back. And then from here, squashing down into a posterior tilt. And 3 more like this, rocking forwards into an anterior tilt, lift. Rocking back, posterior tilt, lower. 2 more like this. Anterior tilt forwards, posterior tilt backwards. Last full one here, really focusing this time on getting a nice arch, squashing through your lower back to hold, and then lifting up through pelvic floor, heels ground down, pushing all the way up into your hip bridge, holding at the top, reach your arms up towards the ceiling, static hold here, lift up your heels, lower your heels. Lift up your heels, keeping that pelvic floor, keeping that hip alignment, and we're going to add a little bit of arm work here as well. So from here, as you lift the heels, bend the elbows wide, lower the heels, thumbs touch. Lift the heels, elbows wide, lower the heels, thumbs touch. So pelvic stability, shoulders nice and stable, getting a little bit of chest work, lifting up onto that big toe, and you have 4 to go. We'll come straight onto our other side in 3, 2, pelvis nice and level. Last 1, back to center, slowly articulating your hips all the way down, the arms go wide. Quick little sway of those knees from side to side. Releasing through your lower back and your hips. Coming straight on over onto your left side. From here, arm nice and long, left ear towards your shoulder. That right leg will be straight, left knee slightly bent. Just remember to lift up through those left side obliques. Right arm reaches up overhead. And then from here, coming into a curl, reach, lift, right hand, right knee. And slowly back down. So we're getting into that right side oblique this time. Exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down. Trying to get those hips drawing down towards those hip bones. Exhale up, inhale down, and as you're doing it, see if you can get that arm a little bit reaching towards that knee without lifting that leg up too high. So you really want your upper body here to come down towards your knee to get that really strong oblique lift. You've got 2 more. We'll hold and pulse. Last 1, reach, hold, that hand transfers to your hip, left hand under your head, flexing that foot, and then from here 20 seconds of little pulses. So really small, really controlled. Pelvis staying nice and stable, pulling that heel slightly further back, knee nice and tight, and you'll start to feel that really strengthening up into your right side deep glute. 10. Again, if you can focus on just a gentle lift of that pelvic floor while you're working your glutes, it's going to really help with that pelvic stability. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing all the way down from here, straight up into that hovering forearm position, hand again to your hip. Round 2 here for this right side. Strong through the left oblique, relaxing your shoulders, pelvis stable, right leg extends straight, and then flex your foot. From here, toes turn down to tap, toes turn up, heel drops. So just drawing a nice little rainbow from the front to the back edge of your mat, keeping your pelvis locked in place, tapping forwards, tapping back, and again, just really focusing on that right side, staying nice and steady. Really locking into that right side glute, keeping that pelvis nice and stable. That knee will start to buckle as that glute starts to fatigue, so try and keep that nice and straight. You have last 10. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and finish your last 1. Tapping out that glute, rolling out the shoulder. Last little sequence here, coming up into a high kneeling position, rolling out your shoulders, and then from here, knees are slightly wider than the hips, arms reach forwards nice and strong. From here, just start to lower your hips back towards your heels, little tap, and as we come tall, little thoracic row and twist. From here we go again, hands reach forwards, bow and arrow, we go the other side. Reach and twist. So we're getting a little bit of hip extension, getting a little bit of quad strength, row, lift, twist. Tailbone tuck, reach, extend. So nice and slow on the way down, pelvis staying still. And then from here, strong on the way up as you twist. Inhale as you lower, tap. Exhale as you reach and twist. We've got 2 more each way. Seeing if you can get that elbow right back, really trying to mobilize through that middle spine. Last one. From here, finishing this last rep, coming all the way back into a high kneeling position to roll out through your shoulders, making our way to our final exercise in standing. For some glutes, some hips, some quads, again working into thoracic posture, hands by your sides. Coming into a squat, hips low, knees wide, nice wide arm open to the right, back to center, hold that position, left arm left, back to center, stand tall, heel rise at the top. So strengthening through those legs, hips drop back, halt, right arm opens to the right, left arm opens to that left. Pushing through our heels, stand tall, double heel rise. So we're strengthening the calves, the quads, the hammies, pelvis stays still. Then you get the upper body twist. So getting that nice thoracic mobility, stretch through those shoulders, drive through the legs and into that lower limb. Getting a little lower each time and just making sure your knees are not going over your toes, trying to push your weight backwards to strengthen the back side of that body. And we have 3 more here. Eye gaze following that hand that leads. Shoulders down, high heel rise, 2 to go. Getting a little bit of warmth, getting a little bit of mobility and strength at the same time. Finishing your last rep. And we'll finish with a round of calf rises. Little balance challenge coming up at the top. From here, lift your heels and lower. Hands to your hips, lift and lower. Pushing up through the big toe, just trying to get a little bit of circulation happening through the feet, ankles, calves, and legs in general. 5 more. Pushing up through the arches of the feet. 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Relaxing all the way down, shaking off those legs, You are all done, ready for the rest of your day. Let me know how you go with that one. I hope you enjoyed your session of Pilates with AB. If you did, I have a whole buffet of sessions below, a free trial which includes over 240 on-demand sessions, live classes, small, short, sharp and snappy little routines to help you run better, improve your posture, prevent injury and perform at your best any time of the day. Give it a go.